Excel 4A. Data is about quantitative aptitude test score. The table given below contains data from a study on the effect of training in quantitative aptitude. Quartz 1 relates to score before training and Quartz 2 relates to score after training. So in this data set, we can see that two categorical variables. One is gender, another is faculty. ASC, A for arts, S for science, C for commerce. And Quartz 1 are the quantitative aptitude test score before training. Quartz 2 is a quantitative aptitude test score after training. So this data we need to enter on Excel and perform these analysis. So question is mean value and standard deviation of Quartz scores. So we will proceed to that Excel sheet. So I have copied and pasted the data here. So I have prepared a table here for mean and standard deviation of Quartz 1 and Quartz 2. Here I will keep the cursor where I want the answer. Mean I can calculate through function called average. So double click this and go to the range of Quartz 1. Select the entire range. And close this, enter it. Similarly, standard deviation is a set of students. Let us look at whether it's a population or a sample. Data from a study, so naturally it will be a sample. So we will have to use the corresponding function stdev.s and take Quartz 1 completely. Close the bracket. Enter. Now these calculations which you have done for this column, if you simply copy to the next, it will pick up the next column in the table and perform the calculation, which is nothing but Quartz 2. So if you want the answers to be formatted to a specific number of digits after the decimal point, we can go to format and number and 2 digits, say okay. You can center all these things so that answers look pretty good. Now the second question is, in each faculty, what is the mean score of Quartz 1? So faculty-wise, we have to perform. So we will use that average if function, average on a condition. So I will select this average if, click on this one, double click, range criteria, average range. So range and criteria, they are connected. So range means where I will find the information about faculty and criteria will be arts faculty. So here, this is the faculty information. I will take it as range and put a comma here and within double quotes capital A and then average range, it is about Quartz only. So we need Quartz 1's mean score. So we can go back here. Quartz 1 range can be selected. That is an average range. Enter that. So now, if I select this one further, for science and commerce, it may not work just like that, because this relative self-reference applies. The column of faculty moves further and even this also moves further. So what I can do, first of all, come back here and make this an absolute cell reference so that that faculty range will be fixed there. And again, come back here, and even quartz 1, it is a fixed column. Put F4 and dollar signs come, they become absolute cell reference. Enter that. Now, here, when I copy, that A remains the same, so answers may remain same. So what you have to do, after copying, come back here. Instead of A, here I have to put S for science. And then enter, and instead of A, put C for commas here. So I have got the answers for all the 3 here. You can center them, and even formatting, choose these values alone, come to this format cells, and number, you 2 digits, you can close this one here. Now the next question is mean quartz score of male students alone. So same thing, again, average if. Now it is about male students, so go after the gender column and put a comma here, within double quotes capital M, and we need the mean score of quartz 1. So go to quartz 1 column here, select that one completely, close the bracket, enter. So even that can be formatted. Come to format cells, number, 2 digits, click OK. This can be centered again. Now the next question here is bar diagram of quartz 1 score. So bar diagram can be created only if the frequency table is there. So I have prepared a table like this. Least value of quartz 1 is 1, largest value is 5. So frequencies of all these values are required. So we'll come and use county function. Go to quartz 1. That's the range. Put a comma. And criteria, I need the number 1 to be entered. But since the numbers would vary here, in order to copy, it is better that I enter a cell reference that contains 1 and then close this one. Enter. Now I got 3. Now this range which I have selected, make it absolute so that it doesn't change thereafter. When I copy down, all the values does come. So this can be centered. Now, the problem of creating the graph, bar diagram. So usually what we do, we select both of these and we proceed to insert and we go to column bar diagram and we do this. But here in this case, the 2 sets of numbers, it is assuming that these are 2 series of frequencies and it created a multiple bar diagram. So this way we cannot proceed. So delete this one, select only the frequency, go to insert, choose the bar diagram and choose this. So here you get this one, you can delete this. And here at the top, you have to write quartz 1 score. So reduce the size of this if required, and you can keep it here. So now we'll go to the next question. bar diagram of quartz 2 for each faculty means I need to prepare for arts faculty the frequency table, science faculty the frequency table, commerce faculty the frequency table. How do we do that? So here I have to use count ifs function, because I need to count only if it is arts faculty and I need to count only if it is number 1. So I will use count ifs. Last one. Double click. Now criteria range 1, criteria 1. So first of all, I need it to be arts faculty. So faculty is available in this column, select that. Okay. And then criteria range 1, criteria 1. So comma within double quotes arts. Now criteria range 2. Now we are working on, remember we are working on quartz 2. So we go to quartz 2 column, select that one completely. And we need to choose number 1 here, from here. So the cell that contains 1 is selected. So effectively it is choosing 1, enter it. But before we copy further, both the ranges make it absolute by putting F4. And the second range also select this one, put it F4, enter. Now, it is fixed for arts faculty, there is no problem. But B53, relative cell reference, when you copy it down, the subsequent B54, 55, 56, 57 will be selected. So we can get the subsequent frequencies. We will center this one. And now, once this is ready, we can select this, go for the frequency table, but the values are the 0 each. So it may not be required to select all those, just select this 3 and 5 and go to insert, click on this one, click on this, and you get this value here. But please remember that here 1 and 2 have come just as it is 1, 2 it comes. But what we need is 2 and 3. So come here, right click and format, select data, go to horizontal axis, edit. There you give 2, 3, enter it and click OK. So here it has changed. You can remove this one. And this is the graph which we have prepared for arts faculty. In the similar way, you can proceed for science faculty as well as for commerce faculty. Now let us look at the next question. Does the hypothesis that quartz 1 male students are better than female students? Does the hypothesis that in quartz 1 male students are better than female students? So first thing what we have to do is to separate the data of male students and female students. We will do that first. Select the data fully and come to this filter and click on filter here. And in the gender column, click on only the male student. And now I got the data of male students. I'm going to copy it down below. Here I paste it. And also I'll go back. Now I will choose female students. Close this one. Only female students selected. Select this one completely. Copy and come down and click here. Paste. Now I have the data of male students and female students separated. Now, what is the question? In quartz 1, male students are better than female students. That need to be tested. These are two groups, two populations. We need to test the superior to one against the other. So how will we proceed? We'll go to data and data analysis. We will be using a t-test for assuming unequal variances. So quartz 1, male and female are being compared. So just I will verify once again. Yes, in quartz 1, male and female are being compared. So male students quartz 1 score I am selecting. That is entered here. Variable 2 range, I can select female students their quartz 1 scores and hypothesize the difference between them is 0. And output range, where you want the output. Okay, a new worksheet is okay, we can go there. Click OK. It comes here. Now we can see that the output which we can read. Say the t statistic which we can see. See, it is 5.59, very big value. And probability of one-tailed test. It is a one-tailed one because we are asking superiority of male against a female. 2.76 into 10 raised to minus 6. That means that value, this value is 0.50 and 276, such a small value, much smaller than 0.05. So it falls in the rejection region. We reject the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis says that there is no difference. That is rejected, and we conclude that male students are better than female students. And last question, test whether training is effective or not. So quartz 1 is before training score, quartz 2 is after training score. So we have to use paired samples t-test. So we'll go back to sheet 1, and here we have to select the entire data. Select all. Okay, full data is here. Now paired sample t-test, we will go for that. Data analysis, and here paired 2 samples for mean. So here, okay, range 1 value, we get this, and a range 2 value, quartz 2, select that. Hypothesized difference is 0, and a new worksheet, okay. So here again the t statistics is minus 5.88, very big value, and again this probability of one tail, this thing is 0.50, 109, that is much smaller than 0.05. So we reject the null hypothesis that there is no difference, and we conclude that training is effective. I think we have completed the task. Okay, we have completed all the 7.